today's video, I'm going to break down a simple route combo you can use to glitch match defense over the top for free and easy one-play touchdowns. Let's get it. YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and I've talked about all year long, since day one in Madden 25, how good cover 3 match is. Now you're finally seeing a lot of players start to run it, but I'm going to teach you guys how you can glitch it for an easy one-play touchdown, and then I'm going to show you guys the counter to it as well to bomb-proof your match coverage. Now, in order to understand how to bomb cover 3 match and glitch it for one-play touchdowns, you first need to understand how cover 3 match works. So the first thing you need to realize is there's a few different types of cover 3 match. You have your cover 3 match coverages where you're really just rushing the D line, like cover 3 buzz Mabel, and then even just flat out cover 3 match. Now, you also have cover 3 blitzes like the over 3 seam where they're match based. So this is a cover 3 match blitz. Now, there's a few differences between each, but there's also a main similarity, which is you always are going to have these light pink flat zones, which are the seam flats, and 3 deep zones. Anytime you see that, that is going to be a cover 3 match play. Now, you might have little differences, like with the cover 3 match, which is going to be the buzz Mabel. You'll see the safety is in a hook zone, and then you have the inside third, versus the just flat out cover 3 match. You'll notice that the safety is in a third, but then you have a safety in a seam flat. Now, regardless of which form of cover 3 match the defense is in, we're going to look to attack it the same, and you need to understand the weaknesses of these zones. For instance, seam flats. They're very good at stopping like return routes and whip routes, but they're terrible defending verticals. And then, if these hook zones, they're going to match a lot of routes over in the middle of the field, like slants and posts. So, if we're in a play like this, which is very meta, and just run a lot of meta routes, slants, posts, whips, returns, we're probably going to have problems because all these routes are going to get matched. Just as you guys can see here, there is nothing doing at all. Now, in this example, you see we have a return route, a slant, and a post. This is one of the most popular and easy plays to run all year long from the trip side and flex. Notice how none of these routes are open. The seam flat bags the return route, and then the hook routes match onto the slant and the post. You literally cannot throw anything other than maybe a check down into the flat. So what can we do to beat cover 3 match? Well, luckily for us, trips formations are probably the easiest type of formation in the game to beat cover 3 match when you know what you're doing. Cover 3 match does a great job of stopping the routes over the middle of the field, the returns, the slants, the posts, even whip routes. But what it's really weak at is giving up the vertical routes. And I've spoken about this in videos before, breaking down how, running back wheels can kill cover 3 match, but there's even easier ways to do it. So for this example, I'm in the trips, tight, and flex out of the Eagles playbook. The Eagles playbook is one of the most meta playbooks in the game, and this trips, tight, and flex is really good. Now, this play right here is really good, and we can set up a bomb from it. To do this, what you're going to want to make sure is, first of all, make sure that your trip side of the formation is on the wide side of the field. So here, since we're closer to the right hash, that means the left side to the wide side, that's where we're going to put our trips. I'm going to go ahead and put the inside receiver on a slant, the slot receiver on a streak, the outside receiver on a smoke screen. Now, when running this, all you really need to do is make sure that your slot receiver is fast. If he's fast, he's going to burn. Now, if you want more content like this, I do daily Madden 25 videos on this channel. I do tips and gameplays, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, and comment on the video. So, with this route combo right here, we're going to run it a few times to show you guys how it works, show you guys how you can actually counter it as well. So, we're going to go ahead and snap the ball, and what you're going to notice is that the deep zone and the seam flat get confused. They don't know who to guard. Now, one of the coolest things about this route combo is it's going to work no matter what type of cover 3 match the defense is in. There's cover 3 match blitzes. There's just flat out coverages. It really doesn't matter. Now, one of the most meta defenses this year is Crossfire, and Crossfire is a cover 3 match based defense. Again, anytime you see the seam flats with 3 deep zones, you know it's cover 3 match. So let's look at how it works in Crossfire. Again, all we're going to do is slant the inside receiver, streak the slot receiver, smoke screen this outside receiver. If they are blitzing you, you can feel free to block the running back and set up your protection any which way you need to give yourself a little bit more time. Doesn't really make too much of a difference, but yeah, you're going to notice the blitz still gets picked up and we're able to bomb it for an easy one-play touchdown. So what ends up happening here is just pure confusion on the left side of the field. You'll notice that the seam flat in the outside third deep zone, they basically don't know who's supposed to take the streak. You know, really the seam flat should take the smoke screen and the deep third should take the streak, but they kind of get confused and they don't really guard either one. Both of them are wide open, and that just leaves a busted coverage for the streak right down the middle of the field. Now, a lot of players will tell you in order to counter this type of route combo to put the outside corner on the side of the field that they're doing the bomb to, the streak route, into the outside quarter zone. But the players that tell you this, they just really don't know what they're talking about, because what's going to end up happening here is even if you put the outside corner in the quarter zone, that outside corner is going to still match the smoke screen, and then the streak route is going to be wide open. You'll see, again, he sits on the smoke screen, and basically at that point the seam flat gets ran by. So how can we counter this route combo? Well, there's really two easy ways to do it. Now, there's a good way and then there's a bad way. The bad way is to get out of match coverage by shading your coverage underneath. A lot of intermediate players will tell you to do this, but we don't really want to do this because, yes, this will cancel the match, but there's no point in running this defense if we're not in match. So how can we counter this while actually staying in match? Well, the best and easiest way to do so, if you're looking to become a better Madden 25 player and win more games, check out sportsgamers.com. This is where I post all my premium content. You get all my offensive and defensive schemes, ebooks, weekly tips, blitzes, money plays, bombs, and more. I have all the best content available at the cheapest prices available anywhere. Sign up today for as little as $9.95. Click the link in the description. I also pinned it in the comments. Let's win more games and dominate together, boys. Is to actually put your outside corner on the side they're bombing you in a deep half. Deep half is the only deep zone that will not give up this bomb. If you try the third or the quarter, you will get bombed every time. But the deep half, you guys can see on the play art, it's literally going to run right to the middle of the field where the seam streak is. So if you take a look at the play here, I'm going to run the same exact route combo. You're going to notice we're able to counter this. You guys can see he just runs right down there and, you know, that gets picked off. Now, granted, I could throw the smoke screen, but we're not really worried about that so much. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering about, well, what about cover 4 match, cover 4 quarters or palms? Well, guys, I have a very detailed video on that coverage, so make sure you check it out. But just to show you guys quickly here, if you run verticals, this is the easiest way to glitch cover 4 match. Now, just in general, what I do is I do a post route to the inside receiver, Patterson, and then I stem him depending upon the type of defense they're in. For this one, I'm going to stem him up, but like I said, if you want the more detailed breakdown on this, make sure to watch my video that goes over cover 4 match, but you'll notice that this will glitch cover 4 match just as bad as the other one did. As you guys can see, free touchdown over the top. Till next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.